Good morning, everyone. So, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about web training tools. So, aside from e learning tools, which we just heard about, there are certain applications that you could use within the web that really help in training and everything. So, we're going to be talking about the certain web tools that are listed here. So, first of all, social networking through media. You could really connect with an employee or with someone that you're training through social media. It's a great way to communicate and get a conversation going, and it's also a great way for either the trainer or the trainee to know a little bit more about the other person in a more personal way. So that's mainly why someone would use social media. It would be through networking and just kind of getting to know each other a little bit better. For online forums, it's basically um, something a little bit like what we do in class, where we put a discussion topic and everybody comments on other people's comments, and it's just a great way to start a discussion and to really have a set foundation of what is being said, because sometimes you have a conversation and then you lose track and you don't really know what the other person said before. And with this one, it's just concrete ideas that people are typing out, and they're giving more ideas as they go on. And it's just a very effective way of having a conversation if you want to keep track of it specifically. For bookmarks, we do this all the time with our computers, whether we bookmark Canvas or we bookmark BearWeb, but it could also be used to do the sort of tagging that we do in social media or in other things, and that way you can help create a portal to whatever word you're tagging, whether it's a word for something that you're learning and training, or a website or a company, just anything, and you can really set the portal up to where whenever somebody clicks on training or Web 2.0, they can go and they see all the knowledge and all the things that we have provided or others have provided that we would like our trainees to know about. For Skype, it's just the basic having a meeting through Skype. You can have a meeting with multiple people and just kind of switch between ideas. You don't have to be in the same room in order to be in a meeting, which is helpful if you're getting training from someone that's not in the country or not in the state, and you can really communicate. You can also have a little chat session right next to it in case you want to jot some things down for a minute or for record keeping. And Skype is just a really good way to communicate without having to be present in front of the person. For a podcast, it's like having a teaching class in an MP3 file. So it would be how some teachers don't have time to go over some stuff, so they put like a little podcast in their Canvas and they ask you to listen to it before class. And that's a good way of just giving out extra information that you just don't have the time to do, whether it's in the training program or it's in class, and you really feel like that information is important to whatever the person's learning or whatever you're trying to teach them. And with podcasts, it's a little extra benefit and an extra application that you could use to really convey more information than what you have time for, because as a trainer you sometimes are extremely busy and you don't have time to sit down and tell them about a specific detail that really they should know. So if you record it and tell them to listen to it later on, then you can be doing other things that you need to be doing, but they can also listen to your tips and learn more from it. And YouTube, it's kind of the same thing again. You can put videos of a training session or how a process should be like, and within the videos they can learn and they can rewatch them, and they can kind of pause and take notes if they need to write down something that they're not truly getting. And with YouTube, the best thing about it is that it's open to the public. So if for some reason 5 years along you've already been trained on a subject and you just forget, but you remember that within the training that you had there was a YouTube video, you could go back and see it again and truly find what you were looking for and truly train yourself a little bit. So it's kind of like a stepping stool to help you now and in the future, just because you can access it anytime. And lastly, for screencasts and screenshots, a screencast is what I'm doing right now, which is you record your laptop screen or your computer screen and you talk. Sometimes you can move the mouse around, and that really helps when you're giving a lecture and you want them to know exactly what you're doing. And that would be whether moving around or going to another website and showing them how to get to the website. And along with that, if you want to set a concrete kind of guidelines as to what you just did on the screencast, or instead of a screencast, you could do the screenshots. And that would be just screenshotting. Okay, so first we're going to click on training, and then we're going to click on screenshots, and then you want to click over here, and it's a screenshot of each different step that you take, and you would put a description next to it, and that way they can see step by step any training tools that you have for them and any tips that could really help them while they're either getting into the company's website or getting into QuickBooks, for example, and you just don't have time to be next to them telling them, okay, click menu, click exit. And with screencasts and screenshots, they can see them again whenever they like, and it also provides a really good visual to whoever is a visual learner to just tell them exactly what they need to do in what order. And yeah, that's basically all that I have for you guys. This is the ways that you could train without necessarily doing e-learning with using the web and the internet just the way that it is right now. Thank you.